Hey, welcome back. Here today we'll talk about the latest update to the Simple Direct Media Layer 3. I noticed that no one was making any videos, so I decided to make some. I saw some nice stuff online regarding the Simple Direct Media Layer, at least some games out there that people were posting, but no one seemed to pay them really any attention. But as far as the version 3.24, they've added some support for game controllers. I noticed that is a difference now. They've fixed some controller related bugs that I've actually experienced myself that I was taking a look at on there. And actually, they've actually added some. If you go over to the examples page for the Simple Direct Media Layer, I went out the other day. I had a controller, that was in storage, of course, and I got it and I started fixing problems on it. And I noticed when I plugged it in, it wasn't working. And, a little bit of that regular tinkering things. I was using one of those fight style controllers. Not really sure. I think they fixed a few things on here. Anyway, they've added a few examples. The gamepad controller example, and down here at the bottom, they've added this clipboard and power settings. So we'll take a look at these to show you the controller I'm using. I think they have a camera. A support system. I think it's in camera. I'm showing you this controller here that we're using for this. You can allow the showing the preview for the the console. I'm using this fight stick style controller here. It has buttons and support things, whatever normal. It has some other buttons online. I got it many years ago. But anyway, back to the learning parts. It seems to work. They fixed some of the web page related input stylings. They've added some button here. I can press the buttons now on the joystick, and they read on the web pages. So they've added some support for scripting, for changing, at least running inside, reading controller code off of the web. And so that seems to be a nice addition to using the Simple Direct Media Layer as well. So since the controllers actually read natively from the website, as I guess when they read, I guess someone's watching these videos that I make, and when they see bugs, they fix them. So that's good too, to know that people are out there looking for bugs and fixing them. All right, so let's take a look at least some of the code for it. Hopefully you've watched my other course out there on the Simple Direct Media Layer. Anyway, it's a C-style filing. If you need the source for this, as people ask me, they ask me a lot of questions online. I have a lot of support out there. But anyway, if you go to your GitHub repository for the Simple Direct Media Layer, if you click on the links, please go to their particular official website. All the source for whatever project they're working on is actually available there. So if you're thinking about doing some 3D development, or if you're thinking about incorporating Vulkan using the shader tool, they have a lot of support out there for that. And also there's a lot of other Wreath, a game style, it's doing, it's actually working pretty well today. I might play around with this. I'm not really sure what other projects I'm working on right now. I have a lot of other things going on, as usual, as we all would if you have other things to do. Yeah, so it's reading all the input from the controller. Well, thanks a lot, guys. If you're curious about using Simple Direct Media Layer, it's a nice tool out there. They have a lot of support. It's a pretty helpful community. Oh, yeah. Well, that's I almost forgot. Anyway, there was this game called Unvanquished. It used to be, I think, Tremulous a couple years back, but they actually have SDL3 developers. They're actually looking for help here. So they were looking for sound developers and translators using the Simple Direct Media Layer on their website. I'm not sure if they're paying, but it's another thing to check out, because they have support now for SDL3. They're looking for sound designers, OpenGL folks. And so if you watch any OpenGL videos and things, I'm not really sure if they do what they're doing here. I'm not sure if it's a community project, but they're looking for people to fix up the game. It's a pretty nice game. I played it the other day. It ran on one of those devices. I tested it out just to see, because it's made in the Simple Direct Media Layer 3 now, as they advertise on the website. I think the SDL2 was the you didn't play Tremulous, or anyway, it's a game, a first-person shooter that pretty much is there's like aliens versus people, and then so one team builds and the other team I guess defends, or however that works. I think the aliens, when they kill things, they evolve, and just it's the first person shooter. You live about 10 seconds, and then you do something else. But anyway, as far as code is concerned, it looked like it was pretty advanced, like they've been working on it for a while. So it may take some time to kind of fix that. But anyway, if you have any skills that you like to show off to people, there's a lot of game projects out there which are using the simple direct media layer. And they have a lot of support out there for people who play. A lot of people don't play a lot of the games that people make free game. This is a free game out there. I think they have some supporters. I'm not really sure where it is. I saw it online. Oh yeah. So they have here. So they've added support now. It runs natively with SDL3. So if you want to know how efficient and nice the simple direct media layer 3 is, I suggest you go check it out and see what's going on out there in the gaming world, because people like these skills. They tell you what's. You can see that it's cross-platform, runs on Linux, Macintosh, other stuff. OpenAL is an open audio library. That's a sound library. Vorbis is sound, and so I believe in web. We won't worry about that. But anyway, hopefully you're not having a bad day. And hopefully you can check out the latest version of the Simple Direct Media Layer for whatever projects you're working on. And I will see you in another video. Hopefully I'll have something to show you. I was working on some things. I was trying to use some tools for a couple of other courses, since people ask me about courses and other things online all the time. And I was trying to get things under control for people wanting to learn how to use the Simple Direct Media Layer or other tools out there. I have other courses that are out right now. So I will see you in the next video. And if I see any more SDL news, I'll try to get a video out every time they have updates on the Simple Direct Media Layer or other libraries out there. And I'll talk about other systems as well. And what do they call this engine? I was trying to check the stuff out myself to see what they're doing. But anyway, what you can do a lot of times, if you have these kind of systems, you can do a pull request to get the source for the projects. If you've seen before, free types is another text, tool. You can kind of learn a little bit more about program. If you look, if you examine the source of projects, you go through the files that have like some legal jargon there, and you can see which languages they use to kind of construct it. If it's with how I'm not really sure what people are doing on their free time, because some people I've seen a lot of games out there that use a simple direct media and other style APIs or ABIs for game projects, and they get some pretty fancy looking code, and some of it a little bit more verbose than the other languages. So anyway, the simple direct media layer 3.24 is out, and I will see you in the next video.